And it's raining on the way out. Okay, you guys can both enter on this side. Come on, guys. I got it. Just get in there. Get in the truck, please. Go, go. Hurry, hurry. Get your kitty girl. Okay, I'm closing the door behind you. Watch your fingies. So it says 234 miles range. That's not going to happen. Not at all. That's at 2 miles per kilowatt. That's typically what I get, is about 2 miles per kilowatt hour. We already have this mapped in here, even though I did the ChatGPT already. So we'll see where it says 4 hours and 11 minutes, because that's not right though. The actual distance when I Googled it right now was 405 miles, and that's max. So, okay, here we go on our maiden voyage. It is 8:10 and we are finally leaving, and it has been raining, so this is delayed us a bit. I am actually pretty damp right now. What else is going on? It was a long night. My eyes very red. Max woke up, Teen woke up. Yeah, so we are very delayed. We did get everything packed. We have a lot of extra stuff because we are experiencing a monsoon. So tomorrow is supposed to be a thunderstorm in Mammoth. So the person I have been talking to, my I don't know what my who? Camp host. She has she didn't even know that was going to happen. So I'm not sure if she's actually the host, but she's at least a coordinator of some kind. Works in the office.
Yep.
So we are heading out now. We're going down the 1 to the 101, and then heading to our first stop. And we'll see how far that is. Right now,
she's gonna
let's see what it says the range is.
You have to use it if you want.
It says my range is 230, but that's definitely not happening. Not once it actually gets used to the trailer. My guess is the range is going to be about 160. So the first stop is about 134 miles, if I remember correctly. The spot that I did on ChatGPT, if you ever use Chat, on the bottom when they give you something, you can download it or you can copy it or whatever. So I downloaded it and sent it to both Janie and myself, so that way we both had it in our emails, and then we could look up. So there's 3 different exits that we're looking at that have charging stations, and we're gonna see which one's the best one. Hopefully one of them is a pull through. If not, then we're probably gonna do the In-N-Out, because that sounds delicious. So that's the plan. So what did you ask, Nico? What did you just ask? If we're sleeping in the trailer? Do you remember how many nights we are? 5 nights, yeah. And tomorrow is gonna be a thunderstorm. So, unless it changes, I mean, it wasn't supposed to rain today. So maybe it pushed up. Sometimes the weather does that. So maybe it pushed up for today and not tomorrow. We'll see. But there was a chance also that Tuesday would have a little scattered showers in the morning. Don't know if that's still gonna happen or not. We'll have to take a look at the weather. Are you guys excited?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to cabin.
This is the first day, yeah. I always like to think that the destination part of it, the travel part, it starts the vacation. So we'll have some fun. I brought the magnet game. I have a piece of fly line because you have I don't think there's a string in there. I'll have to check, but we'll use that as the string. So I'll tie it up. And then we have Pop the Pig. And what's the other games we have in there?
Mansion game.
Did we bring that too?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the mansion game. And then
And we also got Connect 4.
Connect 4. Cool.
We have bubbles.
And Bubbles.
Yeah.
So we have some things planned for every stop. See what we can do. And then maybe we'll just have some snacks too. Have some food. Yeah.
I wonder what you can actually cook.
I bought some chips. I'm probably not going to cook right now, but tonight is lasagna.
Yummy.
And then tomorrow I think is smash burgers.
Yay!
And then Tuesday is tri-tip.
Yay!
And then Wednesday I think we're doing fish
Chicken and
or
fish,
chicken.
yeah.
Depends if we've all caught something or
I
not.
can catch the fish.
Yeah, I hope you catch a fish, dude.
I'm gonna catch the best fish.
The best one.
I'm gonna catch the biggest.
You're gonna catch the biggest fish. You're gonna fish with me, T.
Yeah.
Yay.
But don't let go of the water. You'll pull that fish and water go and snap away in the sea.
In the sea? We're going to a lake.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this was actually really easy to use. Electrify America. This is the only 350 here. The rest of these are all 150. This is 350 kilowatts because I want it a little bit faster. It will take me to get to 100% right now. It's going to take me about an hour. This is until 80%. It's only 5 minutes because that was only. That's basically it. Like it was like 1% a minute. But yeah. I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully it pushes me up to the 100% or at least a little bit higher because I'll take it. And then you can see in my trailer, this is how I'm parked in here. Yeah, pretty tight charging. So yeah, this was an impromptu stop because Nico and Teen had to pee. So yeah. So once it hit 80%, it dropped from 350 or whatever it was before this to 114 kilowatt charging speed. I mean, it's still better than some, but it's definitely slower. We're just waiting for the kids to come back from throwing some trash away, and I bought Janie a couple nectarines, which is one of her favorite fruits. Then we're gonna hit the road again. But 11 minutes, not too bad, huh? That's 10% already, and it's a high 10%. So we're probably gonna get moving here, and probably when it hits about 85%, we'll probably take off. Okay, so we're going from 17% to 80% right now. So we've only been charging for 3 minutes and it's gone up 7%. I also had to do a couple other things. You can see this is what I'm getting as far as kilowatts. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Started at 17%, now I'm already at 25, it's pretty fast. Over here, so my truck kept reading that I was getting over my GWAR, which is your gross vehicle weight. And so I detached, and now I'm attaching. I have the weight distribution hitch on here, so I really shouldn't have any of that. And actually I have it, you know, I put everything in the actual truck that I could. I put it in the trailer because of the rain this morning. So I'm not sure why it said that, other than when I first did it, it did something weird. When I first attached this morning, it kind of started to bottom out, and I wonder if that's what caused it. Like usually the air shocks do something better with that, and they didn't. So right now you can see it's a little bit higher right now because I have this fully extended right now. But I'm going to set up the other side real quick for the other arm, and then hopefully reattaching it does something. So we'll see what happens. Take 'em. Take 'em. You have 9? I think that's the amount. Okay, now your turn, Nico.
She already put one.
So now it's your turn, Nico. One team, just one baby.
Just one.
So it has slowed way down. We're at 39 minutes just about here, and 114 kilowatts is the energy going in. So I'm probably gonna go up to maybe 85%, just so we can get on our way, and then we'll go to the next stop, which hopefully will be Bishop, but it might not be. It might end up being Independence or something. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so we just finished our second charge, and it was hot. It was in the 90s. It's 97 right now outside, and we just passed the solar farms and the wind turbines. It's just huge. If you've ever been through here, this is going from like Lancaster to Mojave, in between those two sections, and then now we're past Mojave, and we are continuing on our drive. I charged up to 90% again. It just drops so much power. It takes so much more time. Plus, I was taking up like three spots, I think, and while using one. And at first, there's nobody there. Then one guy showed up, and then he came and left, and then he came back again for some reason. He was kind of weird, and then someone else showed up, and then a Tesla showed up, and then there ended up being two cars that were kind of waiting for us, and I was like, I'm wrapping up, don't worry. So I was at like 89%. It hit 1 more percent by the time I hit the button. And what, baby girl? We can camp in our backyard sometime, sure. And so we just wrapped it up and got out of there. Okay, so now we're at a third different one. So now we're at a Tesla station. This one's expensive. This one's like 61 cents a kilowatt hour. But it is charging at 176 right now, so not the best, but we need to have some sort of charging because there's not much here in the desert. So it just makes me feel better. I could have kept going, but just don't know what stations are available. And this is actually pretty cool. There's some stations down the way that Electrify America, but there's some people there. And then there's a bunch of Tesla stations here in a row, and I can obviously get the trailer pulled in right here, so that worked out pretty nicely. So right now it's 106, and this does two things right now. So I just left the charging station and I've lost 3%. And the reason for that is, one, we have the AC on, but two, it also has to cool the batteries down. So that's another issue. So when you're driving in the heat, just remember that not only is your AC on, but the batteries are having to be cooled down as well. So double whammy on the batteries. Okay, this was our last stop before the climb up the hill. We have about 2,000 feet of elevation. Kids had to go potty again anyway, so it worked out. So this is kind of how we did it. There's no charging stations here. There is about 4 charging stations right here, and this one's on the end, so I just kind of used the end right here, kind of basically taking up 2 charging stations, because there's this one here, and then there's that one there. And so yeah, we just took this one, and I charged up to 50%, 10 minutes, just real quick, 10 minutes of charging, 57 cents a kilowatt hour. That's it. Now to Bishop.
79.37.
So far we paid $79.37 for Electrify America, and then $65.23 for EV Go, and then
30 for Tesla.
And then 30 for Tesla. And that's our total cost from Lompoc to Bishop. We are heading up right now. According to estimates, we should end with 31%. We started this last leg from Bishop to there at 50%, and so it should burn about 19%, so they say. Da, 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 da. You're throwing it like this. Hi. No, we got some good rain going on right now, don't we? I wonder if the lightning's gonna hit. What do you think? You think the lightning will hit? You think the lightning will hit? Yeah. So just to sum everything up, we left at 8 a.m. We started out with a 0.9 miles per kilowatt hour, and then that changed as the drive went on. The closer we got to Bishop, the lower it went. We went from the 0.9 eventually to 0.8 in the desert, eventually hit the 0.7 by the time we hit Bishop, and then from Bishop to Mammoth, you saw it drop down to 0.5 and then even down to 0.4 before we got to the lake. So this is just something to expect when you're pulling an 8,000-pound trailer, and especially when you don't have a tonneau cover covering everything, because I had a barbecue in the back. So this is just something for you guys to understand if you are doing the same type of trip and you're going up a mountain like I am. Thanks, guys.